10 seconds. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vero Insider. We're going to run this town tonight. Whoop, whoop. Happy Wine Wednesday, everybody. I am so thrilled that we are getting closer to Easter. And, I mean, it's just a yummy holiday, really. You know, it's nothing that you have to overindulge. You're not spending a fortune, but you get to eat really good and have nice sweets. And one of the things that I'm a big promoter of is the idea of pairing foods with wines appropriately. And so, compliments of Blue Star Wine Bar, we have the Circeus in the house. And for those who watch our show on YouTube, the Circeus is a delicious uh, light Pinot Noir, but its label is really, really attractive. It's got some pastels, a little like raised metallic effect to it. So, this is something that's going to look nice on the middle of the table, if you will, or if you're going to someone to visit. But it's really quite delicious. It's from Rhone Valley, and it's a blend here. Um, stylistically, it feels like a Pinot. The bottle shape is like a Pinot, but it's actually a Grenache and Syrah blend. 85% Grenache, which is a really great red, but not too heavy. It's got that nice velvet quality to it. So this is something that's available by the glass at Blue Star Wine Bar, and was also part of the exhibit that we had participated in a couple weeks ago down in Miami for the Eric Solomon selection. So this is hand selected, and he specializes in French and Spanish wines. So this number, very tasty. Now, sitting beside me is Karen Fields and George Lynch of Rebirth Ministries. They are recent applicants of the Heedy Award, helping equip today's youth from Girard Equipment. And we got to talk in the first half all about your organization and all the things that you're doing. But it is religiously based as far as discipleship and life hurts, God heals. So do you guys have big plans for Easter for the kids?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are actually planning on doing a small skit or play for the parents during the service, and we're going to concentrate this year more on fellowship time. We're going to deliver, a short and powerful message, but we really just want to encompass family and just be able to sit down and have some food together and some fellowship time together and see our kids play together and just get to know each other a little more.
That sounds special, and that's really what the holidays are all for anyhow. And so I think that's good timing nonetheless. Let's see, what have we got coming up with? Oh, on commercial break, we were kind of looking at different wine trivia facts so that I could do our weekly wine trivia, which, of course, those that participate, they will find it at Facebook for the Vero Insider Facebook, as well as Blue Star's Facebook. And you get a free drink at Blue Star if you get it right, so that's sort of a bonus. And we were talking, and I had come across the fact that King Tut, when his tomb was opened in 1922, they literally found hundreds of bottles of wine, and they were actually jars that were buried with him, and it had the year that it was made, the name of the winemaker, and comments about it, such as very good, not so good. And so these labels were almost just as specific as our modern day wine. I thought that was kind of interesting. That is kind of crazy. That makes me really respect the Egyptians on a whole new level right about now. I'm just impressed all the way around. See, even then, it's good. It's good for the soul, I tell you. But let's get to some wine trivia. This is a kind of a hard one. Last week we were talking about wine-based drinks from Spain, from the Spain region, and the answer was sangria. A lot of young adults really enjoy the refreshing aspects of sangria. In Florida, it's just refreshing and delicious too, of course. But this time we're going to go a little more difficult, and I want to kind of break it down in pounds, if you will. So 1 ton of grapes, a ton, right, of grapes makes about 60 cases of wine, or that's 720 bottles. So 1 bottle of wine contains how many pounds of grapes? Right? Let's figure out the math on that one, folks. This isn't something that you can just kind of guess and not put a little thought into. But it is very specific here. It's probably more than you would have thought, but less than what you would imagine. What do you think about that, huh?
Well, boy, math is definitely not my subject. It is definitely something I would Google.
Right? Go ahead, tell the listeners your secrets. I don't care how they get it. First 3 people that get it right are going to get free drinks. I don't care how they get it. I just appreciate their effort that they put into that.
There you go.
If you're going to
There you go.
Google it, make it right.
I don't know that my math teacher would like my Google answer, but
at least you're honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Honesty is very important. That's what we're
That's
teaching
policy.
these kids.
Yep.
It's what I believe in. I embrace that 100%. So we want to know how many pounds of grapes are in a bottle of wine, and you can find us on Facebook for Vero Insider as well as for Blue Star and submit your answers. That's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of Vero Insider, VeroInsider.com is so fun. It's interactive, and you're able to click right on there. Download the HEDI application if you know of an organization that is interested in applying for the $300 monthly prize and plaque, as well as the recognition of being able to come on air and promote your organization. So the HEDI application you can find right from there. You can also live link to our sponsors. One of our sponsors that we love is Foxy Nails, of course. Make your toes, make your fingers look fabulous. And so you can go right to them and click. And they are even hosting parties, like birthday parties and stuff. They got little kid chairs. I take my son in there, do like mom and son pedicures, kind of fun. And then Sandridge Golf Course. They are the premier public golf course. They're opposite of you on 58. So they're all the way north. And so you guys are south, right, for Rebirth Ministries. So, all the way north, just south of the fairgrounds, though. You can go to Sandridge, and they have some amazing programs. They host a lot of the Snag Golf. They are one of the recipients from the HEDI Award a few months back. Snag, starting new at golf is the acronym. And it works with elementary school age children. And they teach them the life lessons and some of the values that you can get from playing golf. And Sandridge, as well as some of the other private courses, but Sandridge is pretty consistent. They host a lot of the tournaments, and they make their venue available for these kids. And the program's free to kids. So they come right to the school, and they do like an hour after the school with the kids and work on it. And then you can go on Saturdays if you really like it and go to one of the golf courses. So I know even for me, I'm so new to golf. Like, my son's involved in it, and I think it's amazing. You go into these. I would have never had a reason to go onto this golf course without it. So, and they're beautiful back there, especially at Sandridge. So they got some short golf classes and all sorts of things. So if you're at all interested in learning about golf, or you're just looking for a good course to go to, they start at 7:30 in the morning. God bless them. 7:30, right? I mean, a couple weeks ago, there was literally frost on the ground. Could you imagine how many people? Yeah, how many people had 7:30 in the morning then? Not so many, I'm sure.
I'm changing diapers at 7:30.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
There's nothing wrong with that, I tell you what. And let's talk about some music for this upcoming weekend. Blue Star Wine Bar, they're hosting. Do you like casual, sort of like piano style music? You're going in, you're kind of relaxing. If you're into that, that's Thursday nights with Ed Shanafy. But then this weekend, on the 23rd, is going to be the St. John's Wood British Invasion. Out of Blue Star, it's like Beatles mania. It's awesome. And they typically get going when they do Rooftop, which was this past weekend. That was a lot of fun. That starts at 6, but when we have it all inside, I think it's going to be somewhere like closer to an 8 o'clock start. So if you're a Beatles fan, you know where you got to go. Blue Star. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Now, tell me, if people are interested in knowing more about your organization, is there an application that they fill out that they're going to find on the website?
No, ma'am. They can just they can call or email, and there's no application for Life Hurts, God Heals. They can just come, get to know us, drop their student off, and we'd be glad to keep an eye on for 2 hours while we pour into their lives and get to know them a little bit.
Right. Share a little food, a little inspiration, a little storytelling. I think that sounds like a really great deal. I mean, it's just something that sometimes we skip that age group, and I think that it's really nice that you're focusing on them.
And as much as we give to them, I got to tell you, in the last 3 semesters, they've given so much to us. It's unreal.
Totally.
Aw, you guys are such beautiful, nice people. I just love it. And you've been working with kids for several years now.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is like natural for you. And now you're up to 17 kids already. It's pretty exceptional. I just adore it. And let's not forget that this Circeus by the glass at Blue Star Wine Bar is going to be the perfect Easter pairing. My producer's giving me the thumbs up, like she really liked this particular one. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's that Grenache Syrah blend thing that's happening that makes it so darn yummy. And so, one more time, if you would please, George, tell us your website.
It is www.lifehurtsgodhealsirc.com.
Okay, perfect. And this is something that it's not a new organization per se, new to Vero.
New to Vero, yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole background, there's a whole philosophy and sort of science put into this and working with these kids.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, the HEDI Award, again, we're still processing applicants, and we're really excited that you've taken the time to come on air with us. The Vero Insider, it's what we do. We think globally, but we act locally, and just sort of trying to highlight some of the best places of where to go, what to try, and how to give back. And this is a really, really great way to be able to give back, inspire these kids, because without them, there's nothing left.
We thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Absolutely my pleasure. And if you want to find out more about the Vero Insider, become a sponsor, check us out, veroinsider.com. Cheers!